Selby's time, breaking down the stories every view will unwind. From left to right, we'll see the light. It's balance, we're chasing, no fighters fight. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combo's unique. Insights, it's on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The convo's unique. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combo's unique. The combo's unique. The combo's unique.
Well met and let loose the dogs of war. It is I, Curtis Selby, your tired midnight blogger. What blogs in this case at 2:02 p.m. I am once again trying to bite off more than I can chew. Talking about the topic being the voice of Northern Oklahoma. At the very least, I want to do these every Sunday. Midnight Flames, tired bloggers take on the wildfires. I am also attempting to stream on Rumble. I do see that I have received my very first, super chat by John Ponterero, $10. Rant test in, meaning that I have already made $10 more on Rumble, just experimenting, than I made in 2 years on YouTube. So as long as Rumble works even half-bassed well, I'm definitely going to be dual streaming. And to be frank, I may just start streaming over there completely if certain things don't pan out. I don't want to talk about it on this stream, though. But I am in, shall we say, negotiations with YouTube to get monetization. And if I don't succeed in doing that within the month, I've decided that I will stream where I am welcome instead of here. But it would be preferable, I think, if I could stay here. Let me catch up to everybody in the chat, and then I will start talking about the topic. Hail John Ponterero, both the first person to ever give me a super chat anywhere, and I can't remember if you were my first or my second paying Patreon member. Thank you very much. You're a wonderful human being, great supporter of the channel. You're one of the people that I'm continuing to do this for because I'm hoping that you get something out of this. Thank you so much. Hello to Resolute Germ. Hail and well met. Wonderful content creator here. Please check out his stuff. Accounting Sheep, wonderful music creator and has the best sense of humor, or one of the best senses of humor that I have come across. He's got a wicked wit to him, and he is an incredible lyricist. So please check out his channel. And there you go. Rumble is a great platform. I know I should have been using it before. I'm not going. It felt like it was too complicated, and I did struggle with it today. And frankly, it's really not doing exactly what I wanted to do. But evidently, you guys can at least hear me there. Please let me know. I don't think you can see me, which is okay. As long as you can hear me at this stage, that's what I care about. So let's talk about what's going on in my own home of northern Oklahoma. I meant no irony. I've just been loving using this avatar of the anti-hero, hero, whatever you want to call him, stalker, the man with the stolen soul, riding a macabre, not really good unicorn beast into the demonic flames of hell. But today it's just perfectly appropriate. Oklahoma has received some of what California got. We shall see if we are better at putting out fires than California. We've been dealing with those 70 to, or yeah, I believe they're 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. I actually had a little tiny bit of roof damage. I am likely one of the luckiest people in Oklahoma, because I've had almost no damage whatsoever. Also, while I was on my route, which, as you all know, I do a lot of driving, I had my route in the impacted areas the day before, and then the day after, I was in places where really all it was high winds. There were no fires at that time. There was dust, but not enough to really impede visualness. I didn't have any trouble seeing anything until I was about a mile from my home. And since then, I've been off. So huzzah, huzzah, huzzah! But enough about me. Let's see what's going on in the neighborhood. This will be something that I've got to figure out. I don't know how to do this on Rumble, but I shall share fires in northern Oklahoma. Oh, and a link to the Rumble would probably be smart. I'm so glad there's smarter people than me in my chat. Okay, let's put the link in. And there it is. If you want to go there, there you go. And I'm not saying that you have to give any money, but I absolutely appreciate it, because I would love to make a living doing this, but two, even if I can't make a living at it, I would love to make some investments into the channels to do better stuff for you folks. So, at least for a while, anything that you put in here will in some way go back to the channel, whether it's buying movies for movie watches, or equipment for better streaming, or, just spiffy stuff. And before I get too deep into the topic, Gorilla Sensor Thoughts is here. Rumble is great. I don't use it because the interface sucks. It doesn't have a subscriptions tab where I can hide the stuff I have already watched. Oh, it's an interesting. Gorilla's, by the way, another great content creator. Please check him out. And I always want to credit him, until he probably gets tired of hearing it, with creating my intro song. I do credit it for a lot of the growth I've had recently. Instead of people hearing 10 seconds and going, well, this thing's going to suck, they hear 10 seconds of, oh, wow, this is cool. Let's stick around and listen. So Gorilla's had severe thunderstorms to the east and south, a blizzard to the west and north. And here I was stuck in the middle with his kids. Never get tired of anyone fluffing my ego. Hell to the yes. That's why I love you, sir. We all need our egos fluffed. And now that I've probably offended some northern Oklahomans, let's talk about what's going on. I would go to the Oklahoman, but I will not go through the paywalls. So let's go through KOCO local news affiliate in Oklahoma City. Here we go. Thank you, KOCO, for not making us go through paywalls. You are the best. Deaths confirmed. At least 112 injured as Oklahoma wildfires prompts state of emergency. Authorities say more than 130 wildfires were reported in 44 counties across Oklahoma on Friday. Many were still active Saturday. This was, what was this? Looks like it was yesterday was the last time it was updated. Sorry, I'm not yet up to the point of having exclusive or up to the minute coverage for you guys. Authorities say more than 130 wildfires were reported in 44 counties across Oklahoma on Friday. Many were still active Saturday. According to the Oklahoma State Department of Health, 112 injuries related to the wildfires were reported to state hospitals. 6 people suffered burns, 9 people suffered cuts or being pierced, 27 people suffered injuries due to falls. Officials said 19 injuries were transportation related, 38 considered other fire related injuries. I know I was talking personally with someone yesterday who was telling me that the Doolin Street in Blackwell was shut down because of massive wrecks involving, I believe, if I heard them correctly, an ambulance. So please send your prayers out for those people. This is terrible. This is just terrible. A personal friend of mine was very close to the evacuation area in Stillwater. I want to say within a block or two. And another friend of mine had their work shed very close to the actual fire. I have not heard yet if their shed is okay or if they lost it. Governor Kevin Stitt issued a state of emergency for 12 counties after wildfires caused destruction throughout Oklahoma on Friday. The state of emergency was declared for Cleveland, Creek, Dewey, Grady, Lincoln, Logan, Oklahoma, Pawnee, Payne, Pottawatomie, Roger Mills, and Stevens counties. The emergency declaration temporarily suspends requirements for size and weights permits of oversized vehicles transporting materials and supplies used for emergency relief and power restoration. The declaration will remain in effect for 30 days. There is a video of Kevin Stitt giving live updates on the wildfire outbreak. While I don't really like Kevin Stitt, I will say this. I think he is head and shoulders better than Gavin Newsom. And I will not discredit any of the work he's doing for Oklahoma in the midst of these fires. You got to give credit where credit is due. It doesn't matter if you like someone or not. If they are helping your state, you have to acknowledge it, or, in my eyes, lose your credibility. Due to impacts from dangerous wildfires and straight line winds beginning Friday, March 14, and continuing, including damage to power lines and infrastructure, it is necessary to assist and expedite all efforts of relief. They don't quote that this is him, but I am fairly sure within this context that is a quote from Kevin Stitt. KOCO, if you need a better writer, I'll work cheap. Just saying. Their homes, their videos also, I will not play any of these because I don't need any more copyright strikes than I already have. Video below of homes in northwest Oklahoma City neighborhood destroyed in Friday's fire. This is terrible. This is absolutely tragic. My heart, my prayers go out to these people, and I know yours do too. The Emergency Price Stabilization Act is in effect. Thank you, Governor Stitt. Following his emergency declaration for the 12 counties devastated by the wildfires, the law, also known as the price gouging statute, prohibits an increase of more than 10% for the price of goods and services and helps protect citizens from unfair price hikes, according to the Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management. I kind of wish that percentage was a bit lower, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. It's better. It's definitely better than a lot of the protections I've seen in other places. Governor Stitt said that 170,000 acres have burned across the state, but the local Forestry Service is working on the latest numbers. He said the fires destroyed about 293 structures, and Oklahoma Emergency Services officials added that they received reports that at least 200 homes were lost. I won't play the video, but you can just look at this video scene and see that this is devastating, absolutely devastating. Deaths and injuries. Oklahoma emergency management officials confirmed a man passed away because of injuries suffered during Friday's wildfires. There's another article here, though it doesn't look like it has a URL. Oh, it's the title. That's a weird way to do the title. Anyway, not the point. Youth wrestling coach dies, son injured due to Oklahoma wildfires. The man killed in the fire was identified as Alan Ferguson, a youth wrestling coach in Chandler. A GoFundMe page. Let me get that link in the chat. And while I'm looking at the chat, people are coming in. So that is wonderful. God bless all of you. Gorilla Censored Thoughts is advising that I use Twitter for update information. Clue Studio is saluting me. Gorillas is saying how unpatriotic. Price gouging is a time-honored American tradition during a crisis. Calm down, YouTube. This is just a joke. And yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Very good. There's the GoFundMe. I'll also put it in the Rumble. John Ponerero in Rumble is saying, I can hear you, can't see anything but the Rumble icon. Can anyone else see anything? That's what I was afraid of. I don't think I'm going to get that fixed in this stream. One thing that I want to do is just practice on being as close to being a reporter as possible, at least for these streams. So I won't be doing a lot of technical work. Sorry about that. And usually I'll be experimenting with practice and eventually, hopefully, real advertising. I may do one or two later, but I want to get through the first half hour without doing that because it just feels a little crass talking about the Oklahoma fires and then, basically throwing out advertisement. The news often does go without commercial breaks through things like 9/11, big things like that. Then this is at least serious enough that I feel like honoring the people who are struggling by not throwing a bunch of advertisement practicing into this one. Gorillas. I'm sorry. This isn't a GoFundMe. Gets rude through Act Blue like the California ones. I am so sorry. I don't know. On my end, it says it's GoFundMe, but maybe not. The link is on that page here. I will put the KOCO article in the chat. And if anybody is interested in contributing, and again, I know funds are all tight, so don't feel guilty if you can't. I just want to give you the opportunity if you feel like you're led to do that. Resolute Germ also says there's no real fix for the avatar on the Rumble Studio. You're better off using StreamYard. And I know I can do Rumble through StreamYard, but I spent about an hour today trying to figure that out and couldn't. If anybody knows, I'm going to take a little bit of time here. If anyone knows what an RTMP is and how I can get the RTMP for my Rumble streams, please let me know in the chat or in any social media where you can contact me, because that's what I really need to figure out how to do what I want to do on Rumble. Authorities have also reported at least 112 fire-related injuries in connection with the outbreak. One Little Axe firefighter was taken to a hospital while battling flames. He's expected to be okay. Authorities have not said how many people have been injured because of the fires and windstorms. Here we go, another video. Again, won't play it because of possible copyright strikes, but devastation all over the state, or at least certain portions of it. Governor Kevin Stitt's response: he spent some time at the Emergency Operations Center, was briefed from the team at Oklahoma Emergency Management on Friday. He posted pictures on the social media platform X, adding that he'll survey areas hit hardest by the fire outbreak on Saturday. Sarah and I are heartbroken for the families and businesses who suffered loss today, Stitt posted Friday. The governor revealed on Saturday that he lost a farmhouse north of Luther. Here he's being quoted on X, basically affirming what was set up here. Spent some time at the Emergency Operations Center tonight, was briefed by our top-notch at OKEM team. First responders are still working to address fires around the state. We'll have more information in the morning. Stay safe and watch out for your neighbors. Mass care locations. I won't read all of these, but the article has mass care locations listed in the article. There's quite a few, especially considering the poverty of the state and the so-called backwardness. Oklahoma emergency management officials opened the below sites for people who were forced to evacuate their homes. Again, I won't read all of them, but McLeod, Carnegie, Chickasha, Chakota, Colgate Temple, Durant, Bartlesville, Elk City, Pryor, Grand Lake Mental Health. I cannot remember where that's at. Colcord, Hugo, Ada, Chandler, Guthrie, Norman, Vichy, Stillwater, Luther, Shawnee, Sand Springs, Duncan, not McLeod. I couldn't help. I had to. I'm sorry. I know I'm trying to be newsy, but. And here we have a video of a Luther family losing their home to the wildfire. So, all right. That is at least KOCO's reporting on the wildfire situation. Let's take a look real quick at what's going on in the chat. Gorillas is asking if it's a real GoFundMe, not like the California furs. I'm not sure, to be honest. So if you doubt it in any way, don't feel bad if you don't donate. I'm not here to wag my finger at anybody. I think that's a legit GoFundMe, but if there's anyone with better tech skills than me, which is probably half the people in the stream, please feel free to let me know. Welcome. See, we have people in Canada concerned about Oklahoma, and then we want to put tariffs on these poor people. What's up with that? Okay, I interjected some politics. I'm sorry. PvP, welcome, hail and well met. Another wonderful person. If you'd like, check out their channel. They have some stuff on there. I don't think he promotes it, or maybe he does, and I'm just like confused. I get people mixed up sometimes. No, I'm not going to do the Trump impersonation, not on this stream, but Sunday stream, yay! Other stream services just don't work for me. Yeah, no, I know. I don't, but I know who you can ask. Oh, hey, yeah, PvP. If anyone wants to reach out to him, please feel free. Because yeah, PvP, or not PvP, but PvP. Yeah, PvP will know, and he may. Hell, I don't know. But I'm having a senior moment, and I hate it. LDG Free the Net. He will know indeed. StreamYards is not perfect, but it is the easiest to use. So far, that's been my experience. Yes, there are more fires, but now they're in Oklahoma. So I was not going to say this, but I will. For those of us who were tempted, and I know even good people were tempted to think, well, California deserves the fires. Now they're coming for us. So fire doesn't give a crap about our politics. The winds don't give a crap about our politics. Deserve, I would suggest, probably has nothing to do with it. It's forces of nature. And so, number one, if I gave any impression that I was gloating over California, please forgive me. And I will also warn, I never block anyone, but I will block anybody except for people that I already know. I'm giving you the warning now. Don't suggest that Oklahoma deserves it. I don't believe in censorship, but I've got my limits. So a bunch of California fire links rooted you to act blue. I had heard that. And I also had, because I believe if I remember right, I did click on a few, and it kept going, like you said, to act blue, and I ended up not donating a dime because I want to actually help the people. I don't want to help either. It's not about helping a political party. So hopefully Kevin Stitt doesn't have that going to a Republican thing. I don't know. I hope not. Government liquor stores pulled all the bourbon off of the shelves. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I bought some Weiser's Special Blend Canadian whiskeys. There's a lot of good Canadian whiskeys out there. There really are. I'm trying to think of the one I used, Pendleton. I think it was Pendleton. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I love me some Pendleton whiskey. PvP, if the Canadian Liberals were smart, they would start screaming that Trump is doing election interference by crashing the economy and causing prices to rise. Please, guerrillas, don't give them any ideas. All right, let's go back to the actual news. I will maybe play a video in a bit, but going forward, I'm going to be minimizing videos that I show. It's just been too painful trying to talk with YouTube, and I think it's horse hockey. I think it does you guys a disservice. I think it's interesting that there are big channels that can play whatever they want and nobody says a word, but let's go with national affiliate here. We'll go to ABC News. Share the screen. This is what ABC News reported on March 15th. So again, yesterday, at least 13 dead in crashes during dust storms, homes destroyed in Oklahoma wildfires, red flag and high wind warnings, high wind. And ABC News, if you need somebody to do your writing and typing for you, again, I work cheap. Anyway, these warnings were in effect for several states. At least 13 people have died in vehicle crashes. This is what Manford, Oklahoma looked like on Friday. Just look at all this rubble and debris that the wind's thrown across. The visibility, I don't know, but I would say is not more than a half a mile, probably less. Clay Abercrombie, the mayor of Manford, Oklahoma, discusses the devastation left by wildfires. They were fueled by Saturday's high winds and dry conditions. At least where I was at, Friday was the worst day, but I understand that other people had continued and horrible high winds through Saturday. Authorities say 13 people died in vehicle crashes and pileups during severe dust storms in 3 states. Authorities say as cross-country storm system sweeping east delivered raging winds and an extreme fire risk. Wildfires erupted in Texas and Oklahoma. Nearly 300 homes and structures have been destroyed. 170,000 acres burned in Oklahoma after several wildfires broke out, prompting evacuations amid extreme fire weather conditions on Friday. In Kansas, a major crash on Interstate 70 in western Kansas near the border with Colorado involved over 50 vehicles and left 8 people dead, according to the Kansas Highway Patrol. Several other people were injured. Here is that photo again. I don't know why they set up here that this was Manford. This, evidently, ABC, I work cheap. I'll get your articles right, or at least better than this. In this photo released by Texas Department of Safety on March 14 of 2025, debris from is shown strewn along the highway after cars crashed during low visibility and high winds across the Amarillo district. Amarillo by morning mostly occurred in Potter, Randall, and Oldham County at the time this photo was posted. So disregard what I just said. It's okay. The person that called me a panderer can call me out on this mistake, although I corrected it a hell of a lot quicker than CNN does. Just saying. In the Texas Panhandle, 4 people were killed in car crashes caused by a dust storm, according to Sergeant Cindy Barkley with the Texas Department of Public Safety. 1 person died in a vehicle accident after driving into smoke, according to Governor Kevin Stitt in Oklahoma. Here's some kind of thing advertising for ABC News. I really don't care. The governor praised the early evacuations in the state amid the wildfires, saying our alert system worked better than it ever has to let people know and have plenty of warnings on their phones. Unlike tornadoes, we got everybody evacuated, so we don't have any reports of any fatalities from homes, but the damage is unbelievable. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I support Stitt way more in this effort than Gavin Newsom in his effort. Overall, there were 130 fires reported in 44 counties across Oklahoma, according to the state's Department of Emergency Management. Here we have an image of firefighters battling a wildfire, according to this, in Oklahoma City. Y'all better not make a liar out of me, especially since he's got Oklahoma City across the back of his jacket. But if I've got another photo down below saying that it is in outer Bolivia, I may just lose my stuff, even though I'm trying to be very professional. The same storm system that brought the heavy winds on the Plain States is also responsible for the outbreak of tornadoes across the Midwest and South this weekend. I know Gorillas was saying that there's all kind of interesting weather near him. It was just the perfect storm. The humidity levels went down to kind of record lows, below 10%. And then when the winds were there, they just dried everything out, Stitt said. We should have a couple of good days in a row here to get all the fires out, because there's a little bit of a risk of it coming back, maybe Monday or Tuesday. So we've got some crews coming in from Louisiana, Arkansas, to really help us stamp out the fires, he said. And I bet Kevin Stitt doesn't give a crap about the emissions on those vehicles. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. A state of emergency was issued for 12 counties in Oklahoma on Friday. The National Weather Service's Storm Prediction Center warned of near historic fire conditions in the plains. I do know that those winds were some of the worst non-tornadic winds I've ever gone through. Red flag and high wind warnings were in effect for several states in the plains and Midwest on Friday. Very dry, warm, and windy conditions made for extreme fire weather conditions across Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Several large wildfire complexes were burning Friday evening across central, northern, and western Oklahoma, the National Weather Service in Norman said. Here we have an image. Again, this is ABC News reporting, so forgive me if it's wrong. A residence burns during a wildfire in Stillwater, Oklahoma. I have a very good friend who lives in Stillwater and was not far away from the evacuation place. The National Weather Service advised residents to evacuate due to a complex of extremely dangerous fires located along the southern and eastern parts of Lake Carl Blackwell. In Texas, the windmill fire ignited in Roberts County, growing to an estimated 11,000 acres, Texas A&M Forest Service said. It was 50% contained as of Friday evening, with forward progression stopped, it said. Parts of Gray County, Texas were temporarily under a mandatory evacuation due to the rest area fire, the Texas A&M Forest Service said. The fire has burned an estimated 3,000, I'm assuming, acres. I need to get my resume out to these people. Anyway, it was 30% contained as of Friday evening, it said. Several crashes were reported in northwest Texas on Friday amid low visibility from blowing dust, the Texas Department of Public Safety said, while warning of dangerous conditions. The National Weather Service in Norman also warned of low visibility in parts of northwest Oklahoma due to a dust storm. So there's that article. Let's see what's going on in the chats. Wow, you guys are popping. Pleasant Valley, yes, guerrilla, but the liberals in Canada, at any rate, no, both Canada and portions of the United States are idiots. I'm trying so hard to be professional. Mark Carney, don't be afraid of Mark Carney. The coronated liberal reader is a globalist scumbag, according to PvP. He doesn't give a rat's beep about Canada or Canadians. Yeah, but he started out his speech with, we have... No, forget it. I'm not even going to try. The liberals have been crashing Canadian economy for 9 years, again, according to PvP in the chat. PvP, Trudeau said we were a post-nationalist state. Liberals don't believe in our history, culture, or the Canadian people. Gorillas, you want to work for the absolute blankety-blank corporation? Really, I don't, but it just breaks my... I would have loved a job like that. Instead, I've spent a lifetime in, shall we say, not glamorous jobs. Sometimes they were good jobs, but rarely were they ever something as auspicious as, I am a reporter with ABC. But how many errors did we find in that article? It used to be you could light into the reporters if they got 2 typos. And they wonder why they're losing their credibility with us. PvP, they removed heroes like Terry Fox from the passport, replacing him with generic crap. I don't know who Terry Fox is. Please forgive my ignorance. He's sharing an article, Terry Fox passport. I might end the stream with that. Not like right now, but at the end of the stream, I might read that to you guys. Carney didn't even live in Canada for 10 years. Oh, I see what you're saying. When he was running the Bank of England into the ground, right? Resolute Germs, setting Rumble to StreamYard is a little involved, not too difficult. I'll DM you step by step how if you want. Yes, please. Let me know. I can't remember. I think we're following each other on Twitter, but if not, let me know and I'll share like my email or something and or however you'd like to do it. Looking at the Rumble chat, let's get ready to rumble. Counting Sheep is saying same here, audio but no video, and sent me $1 super chat. God bless you. I got to come up with some kind of applause sign. I got to come up with something to reward you guys. That's fantastic. If I had known that Rumble was this creator friendly, I would have used it a long time ago. But Accounting Sheep sends me $1 saying, here comes that easy life of being a pro streamer. Woo! Well, I am profoundly closer to it on, I'm sorry, YouTube. I know you don't like people talking about it, but it's just a fact. I have so far gotten $11 more on Rumble in a 40-minute period of time than I got from 2 years of heavy duty and painful streaming on your platform. Just saying. All right. Let's see. We got 18 more minutes. So, and I'm a slow reader. So let's go ahead and take a look at a video. Hopefully one video at the end of the stream won't be too big of a deal. That really wasn't smart of me, was it? Anyway, just ignore that you saw that. That wasn't there. Terry Fox is a national hero, PvP safe. I will have to look into that. I try to think and nothing happens. YouTube. Fires in northern Oklahoma. I'm going to hope that a minute or so of NBC News. No, I don't know. Let's try the local affiliate. Maybe the local affiliate won't ding me. There's gloom, despair, and agony on me. Deep, dark depression, excessive misery. Yeah, that's going to ding me. I can already tell. This is from a day ago. I'm going to skip to the videos and share them so you can see what's going on out here in northern Oklahoma. I'm not going to play the noise. I, again, hate doing a disservice to you guys, but it's, I guess, the way I have to play the game if I want to get money out of YouTube. Here we have pretty reporters. They're telling us important things. Right now we have Sky 5 pilot Chase Rutledge flying over the view. Good morning, Chase. What's the situation? Chase is saying, well, the tired blogger is a big dumbhead nom-nom, but look, Oklahoma's burning. That may not be an accurate report. A lot of damage out here, a lot of homes, structures that have burned. From where we are in our vantage point, there are still a number of fires burning in the area. I want to show you this shot to the east. You can see a line of fires. Now the difference is the winds have shifted, so they're actually burning into an area where, it is either already burned last night or into areas where it hasn't burned. It's going to be a challenge for a lot of firefighters. This is just the fires we're seeing. We're also going to make our way up to Stillwater, where we're seeing some of the hardest hit areas up there. Again, this is their Sky 5 helicopter guy. I would love to be a bigger channel, but I don't think I'm ever going to be able to hire a helicopter guy. Here we see smoke and dust. Rob Hill, he's with the Stillwater Emergency Management. Damn, they type fast. But they're getting it more accurately than their national affiliates. So just saying. Do you have the resources you need? We do not. We could probably easily use another 250 to 350 brush trucks. Taking the resources you need, take a look at the screen. If you live in Stillwater, this was at the time, not today. This is where the evacuations were and where they were lifted. South Range Road. I'm trying to remember where my friend lives. I want to say, I'm probably going to get it wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't matter for the purposes of the report. Emergency management's giving us an update at the time. They tell us the fire count right now is currently at around 130. It's likely going up because all these fires that are unaccounted for, because there's a lot of empty country in Oklahoma. It's not the crowded place that California is, and I'm sure that that's both good and bad. It means there's not as many high population areas to devastate, but it also means there's a lot of places where the fire's possibly going to go unchecked before anybody really realizes that it's there. Payne County was saying at the time, with humidity, rising wind, firefighters were able to get ahead of the fire and had a better chance of fighting it. So good on them. I know that, people talk about Oklahoma being a backward state, but how can I put it without YouTube dinging me? The unfortunate incident of the Murrow building in 1995, I think, established that Oklahoma has firefighters that are as dedicated as any in the world. Incredible people, incredibly hardworking people. They take their jobs and saving lives seriously. I've literally not yet met a jerk that was an Oklahoma firefighter. I'm sure that, there's a first time for everything. But let's go back to StreamYard. I only want to put about an hour into this stream. So PvP has sent me a link about Terry Fox. John Ponderera, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gorillas, I don't think so, but I need to text her, and thank you for reminding me. I am a bad friend. Let me text her before I go any further. Well, she texted me at 6:45 a.m. So at least as of 6:45 a.m., she was okay. Sorry for the silence. Sometimes I'm much more selfish than I ought to be. I'm so sorry about that. Pleasant PvP, you guys really seem to struggle with fires down there. We do. We sure do. That's one thing that, as far as California, I empathize that they have trouble with fires. And that's as far as I'm going to talk about that on this stream. We can have bad fire seasons here in British Columbia. loss of life is rare. Hail and well met, Enigma Severus. Oh, what fresh hell is this? Well, Oklahoma had some high winds, some big fires. We got just a slight taste of some of the things California was going through. But like I say, only a very slight taste. And there she is. You speak of the devil, and a lovely Moira kitty shall appear. Hugs to her and meows from the chat. She's also responding in here, probably saying that I'm a jerk, and I would kind of have it coming. Okay, she says, well, I won't repeat what she says, but I think it's safe to say that she believes that she is safe. Yes, I'm a great reporter. All right, let's end the stream. First, I want to do one and only one practice advertisement. And then I'm going to share a little bit of what PvP shared, even though it really technically doesn't have anything to do with Northern Oklahoma, but at the same time, we are family. So I think that it's appropriate to share what someone in the community is sharing. And while we're at it, oh, Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf, yet another wonderful creator. 3 creators have come in, and I have not promoted them at all. I am a bad person. We have Enigma Severus. Please check out his videos of movie reviews, spiffy music videos honoring things. I'm having a senior moment. And he also has a channel teaching how to speak Spanish. Moira Kitty has a channel where she does wonderful watch parties, points out just the bizarreness of life, and talks about the horrible things that often happen in the news that just make us all want to disappear. And Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf has a smorgasbord of things, watch parties, music, wonderful commentaries. Please check her out. Wonderful, creative human being. Sharing is, in fact, caring. You got it. And while I am more selfish than I would like to believe, I do try. I promise. And I do love you guys. I do within my limited and failed human capacity. Let's do this practice advertisement, because it is very possible that if I'm going to make a living at this, it will have to be off of advertisements and Rumble. Read between the lines if you wish. We will know better in about a month. Here we have, even if you don't want to buy one, this is a great place to go on Facebook. Canada's Canines at Whiskey Flats. Just look at those dogs. They're almost as cute as Cassie. Look at those bright eyes and those lovely faces and those floppy, hairy ears. I love these dogs. They breed Great Danes and Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. Puppies come with AKC regs and vet records. I can assure you, I know these people. I know these animals. If I were making a living at this, I might just get me a second dog for Cassie to hang out with, but I'm not going to do it on the jobs that I usually have. They can be reached at Sonia Canaday at yahoo.com. Yahoo! That's Sonia Canaday with a J, SONJACANADAY at yahoo.com. Once again, Sonia Canaday at yahoo.com. And then there is also a phone number. Look at the Great Danes. Oh, they're beautiful regal beasts. Look at that Great Dane. That dog's head is almost as big as Cassie. and just about as big as the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And they just live and coexisting. If only the political parties could be like that. Imagine you have doggies. It's easy if you try. Go to Canada's Canines at Whiskey Flats online. Imagine all the people living with their dogs. And the online's going to betray me. Let me look up his number since they're betraying me. And hopefully it's okay to share this out. But I think it is for business purposes. We all live with Gary Canada. He can be reached at 580-763-3846. That number again is 580-763-3846. Wonderful people who really love their dogs. Yes, they sell the puppies and make money off of them, but this is the way capitalism is meant to be. You do something you love, you put love into it, you put value into the life of the person buying the critter. I hate the internet sometimes. And that's the way it was meant to work. But that number again for Gary Canada and Canada's Canines at Whiskey Flat is 580-763-3846. All righty then, let's get caught up in the chat one last time, and then I will read like just a little bit about what PvP shared. More Kitty, tonight is a Predator fan film watch party. Oh my gosh, that sounds fantastic. I will be streaming with Sci-Fi Mombi, but I'm going to try to catch as much of that as I can. People friending each other on Facebook. We will be starting at 7 Central. Okay. Maybe I will mysteriously, Sci-Fi Mommy, I'm having technical difficulties. No, I won't do that. She's wonderful. So, puppies, where? Need to get those puppies, all of them. Well, let's see. Yeah, just replay the video and you can find where to get the puppies. I will warn you, they are a bit pricey, but they are worth every penny. Great Danes breeding with Spaniels. That's an image I don't need to imagine. You're most welcome. I was happy to accept your friend request. We all love Predator. Did you know Curtis walked 12,000 steps the other day? We must all encourage him to keep doing that. It's been a minute. I used to walk that much all the time, and anymore, it seems like a struggle to, well, anyway. This gentleman is a great human being in many ways. One of them is he works out hardcore. I should be working out even half as much as he is. And ladies, he's single, and he's a great catch. I'm just putting that out there. Y'all are welcome. Swing by and check it out. Yes, please check out Moira. Again, I'm doing something else tonight on Sci-Fi Mombi's channel, but absolutely, check out one of us at any rate, and frankly, probably she's more entertaining, but check out one of us and, or maybe put one on and ping pong back and forth to the other. I do that every now and then. Oh, and PvP is also single. And look at that. Look, he's a handsome guy and he's an art aficionado. Come on. What woman doesn't want, if you're tired of the United States, you're tired of Trump, go marry PvP, get your Canadian citizenship, go to art galleries, live happily ever after. Crap, it's been an hour. But you know what? The options are so broad. How is Enigma single? Well, because we live in dark times, frankly. I promised I would read some of this article, so I shall so do, even if it's just a little bit of it. It looks like 92% of you like YouTube, which I get. I do. I would like to like it. I'm just kind of frustrated with them at the moment. Now, where's that article? I should have clicked on it at the time. For those of you who get all of your news from the Tired Blogger, you may be in a world of hurt. Okay, so this is the KOCO article, so it had to have been after that. Canadian, British, here we go. Here we go. We shall share the screen. We shall share the news. This is sent to us by PvP, but the news itself is the Canadian Broadcasting, whatever the hell C stands for, corporation, channel, calamity, whatever it may be. British Columbia, Terry Fox's image is not included in Canada's new passport. It's upsetting some Canadians. Our country needs more Terry Fox, not less. I'm not going to pronounce that, but there's some mayor saying that. Yes. The statue of Terry Fox has a pretty good head of hair. Stands outside the Hyde Creek Recreation Center in his hometown, Port Coquitlam. Foxes will no longer be featured. I assume his portrait, his image. Reporting has just gone to hell. Maybe I should quit caring. Anyway, it will no longer be featured on the Canadian passport. Ottawa's decision not to include an image of Terry Fox in Canada's redesigned passport has been met with disappointment by someone in his hometown of Port Coquitlam. I'm just going to embrace my redneckism. I mean no disrespect to the Canadian culture, but I's not French. My French pronunciation is very redneckish. An image of Fox in his Marathon of Hope is one of several historical images featured in the pages of the current passport. The new passport displays animals' natural scenes, such as children jumping into a lake, which is basically what the government is telling you to do. Brad West, mayor of Port Coquitlam, about 30 kilometers east of Vancouver, took to Twitter to voice his displeasure with the change. Whoever made the decision to remove Terry Fox from Canadian passports needs to give their head a shake, West wrote. Our country needs more Terry Fox, not less. And here's Brad West, and here's a cute little kid in front of the Terry Fox hometown run. Citizenship Minister Sean Fraser said the new design is the product of 10 years of consultation. The complete change in theme was needed to improve the passport security. It makes it much harder to counterfeit, Fraser said. Dave Tahuera, I think I'm just going to be like the guy on The Fish Called Wanda, act like Dave Tahuera, co-coordinator of Port Coquitlam. Terry Fox hometown run says he is disappointed to hear Fox's image will not be in the new passports. Removing those images in place of very generic stock photos is really kind of a nod to what's important to them, ease and function, as opposed to honoring Terry. Tequiera said. Terry Fox, during his run across Canada to raise money for cancer research. Oh, wow. See, I knew nothing about this guy. He did not finish the run and died in a Vancouver hospital in 1981. So here is why he's a big deal. He is an amputee. And he tried to run this spiffy Marathon of Hope and perished in the attempt. Yeah, the guy's a hero, but he's y'all know what I want to say. I'll leave it unsaid because we all know what YouTube is. But yeah. After losing a leg to osteosarcoma, Fox began his Marathon of Hope on April 12 of 1980 to raise funds for cancer research. His dream of running across the country was cut short near Thunder Bay, Ontario, where he learned that the cancer had spread to his lungs. He passed away on June 28 of 1981. Volunteers have kept Fox's legacy alive by arranging annual runs to raise money for cancer. The current passport also features historical images of the fathers of the Confederation, that would be the Canadian, not the American Confederation, the Canadian National Vimy Memorial in France, and the completion of the Canadian Pacific Railway. All things that they should be proud of, and I hope that they are. A lost opportunity. Conservative leader, yay, Pierre Poilievre, who I like, I know not everybody does, but I like the guy, denounced the new designs in the House of Commons Wednesday, charged the Liberals with attempting to erase essential Canadian history. The Royal Canadian Legion also expressed disappointment that images of the Vimy Memorial are not featured in the new design. Removing that image in the context of a design change and without knowing the rationale was, to put it bluntly, a poor decision, the Legion said in a statement. Tehuera describes the new passport as a lost opportunity. Terry not being in the passport may not be important in and of itself. I think what is important is how our country wants to represent our heroes in our key moments in our history. And here they have an image of what the passport will look like. Citizen and Immigration Minister Sean Fraser, not to be confused with Fraser Crane, unveiled the look of Canada's new passports. I'll go ahead and play it.
The federal,
because YouTube is YouTube. Yay! We don't like paraplegic heroes. I guess I will listen to some of what these people say. I don't know if these people...
The overhaul replaces historical moments introduced by the former Conservative government with everyday scenes of nature.
They erased Vimy Ridge to put in an image of a squirrel eating a nut.
The Royal Canadian Legion calls the removal of the Vimy Ridge Memorial a poor decision.
It represents great sacrifice, the kind of sacrifice that really led to our being able to use it.
No, they're looking at all this the wrong way. This is their apology for being part of the extermination of Peanut the squirrel.
Passport and travel around the world today.
The new travel document doesn't include any tributes to veterans. Even an image of Terry Fox is gone. So there's a couple images here. The MP for Nunavut says she's happy to see more diversity, but not at this cost.
Yeah, it's Canada's deal, so I will say no more. No more. No more. The options are so broad. I'm going to finish up with a chat and then thank everybody and then call it a stream. That is an old picture. I see, saith PvP. I have to be honest, I'm older now. Yeah, me too. Sadly, I am older. But Charlotte thinks he might still be handsome. Just look at his icon. Even if that's an old picture, you know. Enigma Severus, Charlotte Nightstar, the Werewolf Predator versus Predator, PvP. PvP, gosh, Charlotte, you're going to make me blush. Oh, I'm pronouncing it pretty well. Well, I'm glad I am because I don't know French for anything. Sadly, the other language I know best is Russian, and I don't know it well at all. PvP says taking Terry off the passport is the liberals trying to erase our proud history, and it is sick. I mean, look, I don't mind throwing maybe a picture or two of nature on there, but just because it was come up by the other party, that means it's bad. We've got to get past all this petty crap. Terry was so brave, literally running against all odds. Exactly. Take a look at him now. Now it's an empty space. His heroic face has been replaced, and Peanut has justice now. I don't know what I'm doing. PvP is going to vote for Pierre. God bless you, sir. I wish I could. If I could, I would vote early and vote often. Vimy Ridge is a key battle in Canadian history. And thank you, by the way. We were great allies in that war. I am going to I won't read this, but I'm going to, gosh darn you, why are you doing this, Internet? I am going to click on that article because I want to read it myself. And I will forget if I don't click on it. Replacing Terry with a squirrel. Well, I am being sarcastic. The only way, though, that I could accept that is if it's their apology to Peanut the squirrel. Then I can accept it. But even still, I think it's not the best choice. Let's keep our national heroes. You know, if we want to add some diversity, that's fine. You know, toss in some Black or Native American or women or whatever. But why do we have to get rid of all of our heroes? All right. That's what I hope is the most important news in northern Oklahoma. Hopefully I did it in a vaguely respectful vein. And I shared some news from our community in Canada. And Canada is very much loved by this community. Sometimes we kind of banter with each other, but pretty much all the Canadians that come in here love the United States. And to my knowledge, every American that comes in here loves Canada. So God bless all of you. Let's go ahead and call it a stream. Hold on a second, though. I need to do something here. Okay. Cassie, are you going to stay still? You going to stay still? Let us. There she is. There she is. There's my love. Yeah, she's got a scratch. That's what y'all really came for. Sweet love, Cassie. She's my baby. All right. Let's call it a stream because I've got to walk her. I've got to get some rest before going on with Sci-Fi Mombi and try to be a decent guest on her channel. And if she cancels, I'll definitely be watching that movie thing stuff with Murder Kitty. Not on a panel, but in her chat. All right. It's the final countdown. Thank you very much, John Ponterero, the very first person to give me a super chat. $10 on Rumble. And I'm going to keep using your Rumble. Just saying. Hello to Resolute Germ. Hail and well met. Another wonderful creator. Check him out. I know he often does, among many other things, Saturday morning cartoons. I quit doing them myself because, frankly, other people do them better. And Resolute Germ is one of those people. Not meaning to whine. It's just, you know, if other people are doing it better, I should do what I do better. So there. Accounting Sheep was the second person to send me a super chat. $1. Thank you very much. Here comes that easy life of being a pro streamer. Thank you so much. Kapla, hail and well met. Gorilla's Censored Thoughts, also a wonderful creator, as is Accounting Sheep. Accounting Sheep has some of the best music you'll hear, wonderful lyricist. He has a biting wit, a great sense of humor, all around good human being. Love this guy. And Gorilla Censored Thought is a person of equivalent caliber. He also makes wonderful music. He made my intro. So a lot of the success I've had in the last month or two can be attributed to this guy. Check out his channel. He has Walton's watch reviews. Let me get this right. Lots of discussions. He covers news, and yet he's smart enough not to get YouTube upset with him. And he has a great community, so please check him out. And the cigar lounges, don't forget those. I cannot remember the days because I'm like a moron. But he does a weekly cigar lounge where he and his community hang out and just appreciate being gorillas. Clue Studios, salute to you, another wonderful creator here. Sadly, I'm having a senior moment. Please forgive me. I'm getting to the point where there's enough of you that it's like, oh, what does this person do? But I need to check you out. But he is a wonderful creator, so please check out watch a video or two, and maybe send me a tweet saying, hey, dummy, this is what he does. Jeez Louise. Who else was in here? Pleasant Valley Picker, if I remember right. You do a little bit of creating. Please check out this gentleman and pray for Canada. I don't know what else we can really do. Pray for Canada and hope that the United States and Canada both make smart choices instead of stupid choices, because the Canadian people and the American people deserve better than some of the crap that's going on both sides of the aisle, but mainly the liberal. Sorry to say it, but mainly the liberal. Enigma Severus, oh, what fresh hell is this? This is the hell that I dive into, good sir. Check out this wonderful creator as well. He makes... Dang. The Sci-Fi Mommy may not want me on tonight if my mind doesn't work a little bit better than this. He does movie reviews. He does tribute videos. Tribute, that's the word. That's the word I've been fishing for about 45 minutes. And he also has a great channel where he will teach you Spanish. I should be on that channel every day, listening to it. Instead, I play with my dog. Okay, Moira Kitty, meow, meow, hail and well met. Another wonderful creator. Probably shares some of my frustrations about YouTube for similar reasons. She's got stuff telling you what the heck's going on in all kinds of places in the world, and she does wonderful watch parties, which she is doing one tonight at 7 Central. So if you don't want to listen to Sci-Fi Mombi and I talk about the social media dilemma, go to her channel and watch a fan film. It will be fun. It's always fun on Moira's channel. She's good for a good meow and an occasional hugs if she learns that you're not a complete jerk. If you are a complete jerk, maybe stay away. She does not suffer fools gladly. Another person with a great channel, Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. Please check her out. She's got lots of really interesting writing. She does watch parties. She does music. She's very talented, multi-talented, and has a great community of good people. Please check her out. I'm not sure. Oh, yes. People who can't see are probably wondering, why is Curtis laughing? I'm laughing at the chat. There it is. That's what I was looking for tonight. On Moira's channel is Predator Fan Film Watch Party. Predator. That's what the chronic fatigue is getting me today. People talking about how everybody's single. I'm technically single, but I am dating someone, so it would be kind of sleazy if I put myself out there as such. All right. Let's see. We've got more people chatting, so let's see what they say. As I end the stream, Pleasant Valley Picker, the Liberals have made bad decisions for 9 years. I hope to get voted out as soon as an election is called. PvP says I'm not flexible enough to scratch my neck that way, or stretch my neck that way. Gorilla Sensor Thought has just seen his first Tesla truck. I hope it was not being vandalized by a protester. Enigma, love you guys. Thanks for the chat. Gorillas, he's saying to Gorilla Sensor, we have a couple around here. They are ugly. PvP says I saw a Tesla metallic car here a week ago. A Resolute Germ, I need to do that, especially since I'm not really doing any streaming myself anymore. Saturday cartoon stream, you got a lot of good insights on some of the classic stuff. Okay, thank you. Yeah, like I say, I'm not doing that anymore, so I just need to be awake. But I think you do it in a fairly timely fashion. I want to say you're usually doing yours about 10 Central, something like that. So I'll try to go to bed early on Friday. I can't do it this Saturday because I'm at work. Oh man, it's going to be a while. I have a lot of Saturdays booked. And so I maybe shouldn't have talked so soon, but I work every other Saturday. I'm taking a woman out on the first Saturday that I don't work. But then the next Saturday I don't work. There's a wedding, but I think it's in the afternoon. I think. So it'll be a bit, but I'll be on there. Let's see, what is it? Next Saturday I work. Then I take her out. Then I work. So 4 Saturdays from now. I should be able to be on there. And I will write that on my calendar as soon as I am done. I will write it down right now or I'll forget. Resolute. First available Saturday. All right. It is written. PvP, it was hilarious as the car was parked at the trauma center where they do triage. You can wait hours if you're not in an emergency. I thought, you drive an expensive car but wait 4 hours for a prescription. John Ponerero, who's in that industry, always tries to fill prescriptions within 2 hours here in Pennsylvania. Right on, right on. PvP has had a regular doctor for the past 2 years. I've had a regular doctor for 2 months. Take that. I see her every few months, get prescriptions refilled. PvP's doctor is awesome. Gorillas, people get extra breathing hole if they try that crap around here. Yes. Try that in a small town. Or whatever that song is. Okay, I don't have any ending made up yet for these segments. I guess I will end it with Curtis Selby. Good day.